Hey, yo, what's up, guys? How's it going? And good evening, Mr. Adventure here, or just call me Mr. MA or Money Son. But welcome back again to another reaction video at your service. What's up, guys? How's it going? Not a whole lot, just nothing but just madness and Mondays. Okay, it sucks. And there was a little bit of a light rain, and traffic was a nightmare. I mean, there's so many accidents, and kids are coming off from school, and just everything is it's just a nightmare. I'm just glad that it's over with, and things are just kind of winding things down. But that's so far that's just been what's been going on, and at least I could just, take my mind off and take a nice shower. And there are some new videos that I have not seen, and things that I just wanted to take a look at. But first things first, it's time for Death Battle, because Rick Sanchez versus the Doctor. It's Rick and Morty versus Doctor Who. And I think this is going to be a very interesting, and mostly because of the fact that these two do have in common, because they are the smartest in the world in their own rights, in their own world. But they do have some very complex issues, and that it could be quite overwhelming, and Rick can be full of complications. I mean, it's just, there's a lot, the lore to it, more than it meets the eye. And now I'm familiar of the show of Doctor Who, and throughout these years, it just goes from different person to one to another of each year, and mostly because of that, it's just because they're immortal. So that's all I know about it. But let's go see if which of the smartest and the most cunning that's going to be walking out of this fight alive. So let's do that, and let's begin. And just a little reminder that be sure to have your notifications turned on for every new videos that's going to be posted on this channel from yours truly, your friendly neighborhood reactor man, the soul of the Japanese brother man, the king of metal / J metal reactor is what I do. It may not be as 100% perfect, but it is the best effort that I could do for every single one of you out there, because this is what I love to do. Let's begin, let's get started, but mostly time to react. Okay.
Rick Sanchez, the Doctor. These brilliant geniuses dominate the cosmos, but who would win an all-out brawl? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's begin.
Everything about Morty Smith's life was perfectly average. Average house, average family, average school.
Maybe slightly
Just
below
pretty much
average
everything that is
everything
average.
changed the day his grandpa Rick came home.
Yeah, in style. Because Rick Sanchez is anything but average.
Rick is easily the smartest man in the universe, and its most dangerous criminal. He spent years on the run from the Galactic Federation, going on adventures across the multiverse.
Who cares about the emotional trauma from abandoning his daughter, right? And then he took her son and put him in life-threatening danger. Bye!
Thus formed the greatest duo of the generation, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, mostly Rick. Morty's the cannon fodder who smuggles grapefruit-sized seeds up his ass. And that's just the first episode.
Rick is an unparalleled inventor, always ready to face even the squanchiest of alien foes.
He's got your usuals. Laser gun, invisibility belt, shrink ray, cyborg implants, the works.
As well as some weirder things, like a Mr. Meeseeks box, which can summon an infinite number of irritating temporary life forms that will work tirelessly to accomplish a given task.
Or a series of android decoys that are so perfectly created, they don't even realize they're decoys, which leads them to create decoys that create decoys, and so on.
Rick's gadgets can erase your memories, manipulate and travel through time, and even make a surface true level, as in perfectly flat, something normally mathematically impossible. So beautiful that experiencing it for only a moment before returning to non-Euclidean space can emotionally scar you for life.
He can even inject you with his own genetic info and instantly chest burst a clone of himself from inside you, like a pasty alcoholic xenomorph.
Alien.
What the
That
hell?
was
Rick and Morty
inspired
travel
of that.
the universe in the Space Cruiser. Powered by a microverse under the hood, this compact starship comes equipped with laser cannons, a fishing line that can tow a solar system, and a unique artificial intelligence.
With all that crazy sci-fi gear, Rick and Morty's adventures were absolutely bonkers.
From disentangling a time loop created by alien snakes, to battling the meta-fictional story lord, to Rick turning himself into a pickle to avoid family therapy.
This guy would rather battle the Russian mafia as a vegetable than address his feelings.
Actually, pickles are food.
That was my favorite episode.
Does he have a lot of them?
Behind the fart
Yeah.
jokes and wubba-lubba-dub-dubs, Rick harbors bitter emotional agony.
Way back when, in a completely different universe, the Rick we know had a happy life until another Rick from another universe took it all away, the bastard.
But
Yeah.
like me, Rick is a true inventor, and this tragedy spurred him to craft his greatest creation, the portal gun.
My scans indicate it creates holes through all aspects of space-time, allowing Rick to travel anywhere in the multiverse. It sounds exhausting.
It can do more than that. It can slice you in half, set up traps, and even...
That's coming out of your paycheck.
Oh,
Decades of traveling the multiverse, hunting down the man who ruined his life, darkened Rick's heart. He began to ask himself, if there are an infinite number of universes with an infinite number of each person, how did any individual life matter?
Sounds like he's overthinking it.
Like the time he accidentally turned all of humanity into horrific Cronenbergs. He and Morty had to escape to a parallel universe where they swap places with recently deceased versions of themselves. What does that do to a person?
Makes him badass. When Rick found the
Or more
Interdimensional
likely
Council of
being
Ricks,
completely
he kicked their
traumatized.
teeth in. Like they say, he's the Rickest Rick of them all.
That he is. Just touching the hem of his coat can activate his energy shield or even induce instant death. Yes, instant. No, it isn't explained why. Though considering this reaction, it's likely a chemical released through the coat's lining.
Rickest Rick
Okay,
wins. He's
pretty
dodged an
much.
orbital space laser from just a few feet away. He's so smart, he figured out he's in a TV show. Yep, really.
Perhaps most mysterious is Operation Phoenix, a series
the
of
fourth
clone
awareness.
bodies that his consciousness can be uploaded to upon his death. Despite
Yeah, the fourth
eventually
wall.
taking it offline, his mind is still connected to every other Operation Phoenix across the multiverse.
Giving him an infinite number of extra lives, even if some of them are shrimps and fascists.
Some of his devices can destroy the Earth, the universe, even numerous alternate timelines. He actually did that just to manipulate the stock market.
Though underneath the drunken god complex, there's still a glimmer of the family man Rick used to be.
Well, as much as he insists that love is just a chemical reaction in the brain, he does care about his daughter and grandkids. And Jerry.
He's taken
No,
on
he
an
doesn't.
alien Zeus, the president of the United States, and the actual devil, even exiting the bounds of fiction into meta-reality, fighting Jesus H. Leaping Christ himself, and meeting Joseph Campbell. Talk about a hero's journey.
Challenge Rick at your will. He might look
The
like
Purge,
a
that's my
scrawny,
favorite
drunken
episode.
septuagenarian, and he is, but he's also somehow the greatest warrior in the universe.
Really?
And you can lick his balls.
Ian Chesterton and Barbara Wright were just your average school teachers, with a less than average student. Susan was odd, almost like an alien. And when they met her grandfather and his police box, they found out why.
They were aliens, and that
the
police
TARDIS.
box was the TARDIS, a 2-in-1 spaceship and time machine.
Thus, they were whisked away into the stars, kicking off over half a century of timey-wimey adventures with a revolving cast of companions, like Sarah Jane Smith, Rose Tyler, the Brigadier,
Billy.
Amy Pond, and so many more.
Complete with the cheesiest special effects
Karen.
you've ever seen.
This madman with a box had a name he would never tell, and a history he would always run from. He was
Karen
only
Gillan.
known
I'm
as
sorry.
the Doctor.
AKA
Doctor
Nebula.
Who?
Exactly.
Doctor Exactly?
Though the Doctor's origins are shrouded in mystery, we know they were born several thousand years ago and earned degrees in cosmic science and higher dimensional physics.
But he got bored with the stuffy Time Lord bureaucrats, stole a TARDIS, and explored time and space as a runaway. Who can forget those adventures chasing dinosaurs on a spaceship, dueling Robin Hood with a spoon, or shoving Hitler in a closet.
Yeah, we know it's kind of weird. It's British.
But if you don't know who's
well,
who,
it's a
you're probably
popular
wondering,
British.
Who are all these people? A bunch of old guys, young guys, a lady, and one of the Three Stooges. What?
The Doctor is a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey. Time Lords may look human, but couldn't be more different. Not only do they have two hearts, they literally experience time differently. They can see past, present, and future all at once. They can resist temporal phenomena such as time stops and can tamper with fixed points in time. They're effectively acausal beings.
This makes them super hard to predict and nearly impossible to erase from any timeline. They can even breach the bounds of space and talk directly to you. Yes, you at home. Hello there.
Time Lords are practically walking Deus Ex Machinas. In fact, a lot of them would be proud to be called that.
Yeah, the Duck ran away for a reason. Time Lords are a bit dodgy.
The Doctor has hypnotized with a glance, resisted mind control, survived deadly radiation, and even learned transmigration. As in, the ability to summon an object out of thin air. Sounds crazy, but it's apparently standard fare for Time Lord Academy.
But the reason why there are so many doctors is that Time Lords have a funny way of cheating death.
Upon receiving a fatal wound, the Doctor undergoes regeneration, gaining a new, healthy body.
It's way more than that. While reloading, the Doctor has regrown lost limbs, become strong enough to knock down steel doors, and even weaponized his own time energy.
Downside being, if a Time Lord dies during regeneration, that ends the process permanently.
To date, we've seen 14 versions of the Doctor, plus a few extras mixed in here and there.
Oh, okay,
hell, by the time you're watching this,
so
you've
John
probably
Hurt
seen the
is,
15th or the 16th.
Was cast,
The
wasn't it?
experiences each Doctor gains changes and affects the next Doctor, and the next, and so on. Each Doctor maintains the same memories, but with an all-new personality.
Some like bow ties, some like jelly babies, some kick butt with Venusian karate, and some really hate the monarchy, probably 'cause they're werewolves.
But they always have one thing in common.
They are British!
Well, one other thing in
no,
common. The
that's-
Doctor always enjoys the thrill of adventure, and they've got plenty of tech to help, like the sonic screwdriver. Utilizing sonic waves to manipulate nearby objects, it can pick locks, cause detonations, and fry circuitry. It's sort of a Swiss Army plot device that can hack its way through most problems.
I mean,
The
that's
perfect
that's
pacifist tool
one
for
way to
resolving
put
conflict.
that.
Its
because
only weakness is
pretty
that
much
it doesn't do
has
good.
everything
or turkey,
of all
though
of it.
considering it can destroy machines, disrupt molecules, and even erase memories, I'll take it.
The Doctor doesn't often carry weapons. There's an invisibility watch, a time travel ring, psychic paper that tricks basically everyone, and perception filters that prevents others from noticing certain things, even people.
But the Doc does reluctantly have a few weapons stored away, like the dematerialization gun.
It might look slapped together with Hobby Lobby pipes, but the DMAT can literally erase you from time, as in, it causes you to have never existed in the first place.
But if you never existed, then the gun would have never needed to fire, which means you weren't wiped from existence, which means the gun would need to fire.
Look at
which
both
means-
Did you say something? That's not the only time erasing tool in the Doctor's box. But we gotta talk about, you know, the box. Shabby blue police box on the outside. Incredible time machine that's bigger on the inside. This is the TARDIS.
The time and relative dimension in space is a sentient ship
Okay,
that
so that's
travels
what the-
space and
okay,
time
so
with
that's what the
ease.
initial
It's strong
stands
enough to
for.
tow planets, powerful enough to stop antimatter from destroying the universe, and tough enough to tank lightning from Zeus. Yes, the god Zeus. It can
Whoa.
even adjust its interior to an infinite degree, both in terms of space and time.
So, if the TARDIS doesn't like you, you might get lost inside it forever. Don't piss off the TARDIS.
Or any of the Doctor's enemies. Some of the universe's deadliest monsters. Cybermen, Zygons, Weeping
Cyberman,
Angels.
I do
And
remember
the
that.
Slitheen, the big chunky aliens that took over 10 Downing Street and couldn't stop farting.
Even when the Doctor prefers not to resort to fisticuffs, he's tough enough to survive bolts of lightning that vaporize an ordinary human. He's even dodged half a dozen disintegration rays, while also improvising several thousand calculations in a matter of nanoseconds.
Yeah, the Doctor's super smart. So smart, his brain once powered a 1,000-year-old supercomputer.
The Doctor's outwitted cosmic entities like the Great Intelligence, the Time Lord Nemesis, the Master, and apparently the original Satan. who isn't even the most frightening alien in the multiverse, because that would be the Daleks.
Alright, bear with me here. They may look like trash cans with plungers, but they can exterminate anything that gets in their way, even all of space and time, like when they battled the Time Lords to extinction in the last Great Time War.
A war that showed a darker side to the Doctor. Thrust into a conflict that put all of reality at risk, the Doctor became a warrior, a soldier, a killer.
A side of him that had always been there, hiding just under that cheeky grin.
Finally, in a single moment, the Doctor pressed a big red button to end the war, and all of Gallifrey, once and for all.
As much as he didn't like the Time Lords, the Doctor cares for life above all things, so genociding his own people was the worst thing that could possibly happen.
As the last of the Time Lords, the Doctor proved to be the most dangerous person in the universe. Isolation threatened to turn him into the very type of Time Lord he despised, a master who controls the laws of time, the Time Lord victorious.
And God help your immortal soul if you piss him off. If he's desperate or if you threaten his friends, you won't be prepared for how far he'll go. Like trapping you in every mirror in existence, imprisoning you in the event horizon of a collapsing galaxy, or suspending you in time to be used as a scarecrow.
Fortunately, Gallifrey wasn't destroyed. It turns out the Doctor, all of the Doctors, saved the Time Lords, but just forgot about it until time could catch up to them. It's complicated.
Still, even their biggest L turned out to be a dub in disguise. That's how you know you're fantastic.
But a Doctor's job is never finished. Without witness, without reward, you'll never know when they'll show up to save the day. But if you happen to be up against the Doctor, there's really only one thing you can do. Run. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a
Death
battle!
Oh, jeez, Rick. It was my fault.
Shut the fuck up, Morty! I knew Time Lords were suicidal morons, but I didn't know they never invented rearview mirrors.
Are you sick? You're the one who hit me.
Oh.
Go on, I'm busy.
I'm busy.
Son of a bitch, he's ignoring me?
Yeah. And now things are getting escalated and the fight begins. Just because of a hit and run.
Holy, it was ship! Keep Morty safe.
What are you... Uh-oh.
Oh, poor Morty. Whoa.
No. Oh, what did they do to you?
They did this on purpose.
Right, fine. Queensbury rules? A bit of Venusian karate?
Keep quipping, asshole. Maybe you'll find a good joke on the ground next to your teeth.
On guard.
Always bring your spoon in the middle of a sword fight.
Oh, this place looks fun. Do they have a little shop? I like little shops.
Oh, do you now? Give me a plant. I can't take that serious.
Well, blink as much as you can. They're scared of rapid movement.
He actually did blink.
Motherfucker.
What?
All in all, rich.
My balls, sucker.
Oh, you brilliant old girl. Switching rooms around. Fantastic.
It's fun to be the class clown till you get shot. Now hurry up. I got a grandson waiting on me. He won't die an idiot like you.
Oh.
I know your type. The nihilist know-it-all. But through all this wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey rubbish,
Regeneration.
there's one thing you never quite understood. I'm the Doctor. and I don't want to go.
Nope. Oh!
Quite an impressive craft, Morty. You built it yourself?
I guess so.
Then you've got a bright future ahead. Don't be a cynic.
Morty, if you forget me, I'll haunt your ass.
Who are you?
Hey-o! Live by the portal, die by the portal.
Let's break this down. First off, Rick and the Doctor could both dodge lasers, making them pretty even, so neither could reliably win a quick draw.
Also, neither have shown any consistent signs of strength all that different from an above-average human.
The Doctor could get a superhuman strength boost during regeneration, but that is fairly incidental. So as far as physical ability is concerned, neither had a significant edge.
But when it comes to weapons, Rick had way more deadly killing machines, a lot of which could wipe out whole planets, galaxies, and more. If he could get the jump on the Doctor, he'd have a good chance of winning.
Of course, their similar speeds meant he probably wasn't getting that opportunity. There's no denying his firepower was superior overall, but that still had to contend with the Doctor's technology.
Yeah, despite all of Rick's crazy inventions, most of which could kill a normal person instantly, the Doctor matched or countered pretty much all of it.
Being a Time Lord meant he could resist any time-warping trickery Rick threw at him, and the sonic screwdriver could hack and even destroy nearly everything Rick had. The Sonic has even disabled teleportation and time travel technology before, making it more than capable of hijacking Rick's portal gun, which has been hacked in the past.
With that gun, Rick was kind of a sitting duck.
Operation Phoenix makes killing Rick permanently almost impossible. But the Doctor's reality-altering tech like the DMAT meant there would be no Rick left to upload to a new body at all, effectively ending the fight in a single shot. And that was hardly the only reality-warping superweapon the Doctor had access to. The Doctor's technology presented a clear advantage.
Now let's talk ships. This one's pretty clear-cut. The space cruiser was a deadly machine that towed a solar system, but the TARDIS single-handedly held off a universe-destroying event. That's an edge for the Doctor.
But perhaps most important of all was their experience and intelligence.
Rick mastered space and time to the point of becoming a veritable god. But you could say the same for the Doctor, who is way older. It's kind of like the Doctor has been Rickin' for many times longer than Rick himself.
And when push comes to shove, the Doctor is just as experienced of a warrior as Rick ever was, if not more so.
11 spent 900 years battling Daleks, Cybermen, Sontarans, and more on Trenzalore and came out on top.
And don't forget how quickly the Doctor can formulate, calculate, and initiate plans. Like when he dodged half a dozen rays and improvised thousands of calculations in his head to siphon the ray's energy into a teleporter, all in a matter of nanoseconds.
Rick usually relies on being the smartest guy in the room. When he's forced to battle people at his own level, he's often outsmarted, like with the Prime Rick or, gasp, a Morty.
Rick was a formidable genius, but the Doctor's incredible technology, unmatched intelligence, and thousands of years of experience gave him the win.
Ah, geez. I bet Rick was absolutely mortified to lose.
The winner is the Doctor.
Well, hats to you, Doc. No. Are you serious? Oh, come on. Really? Okay. So, looks like DeathBattle is doing it again with Goku versus Superman. And I get it. These two are equal in their rights. But looks like I hope that we are going to get a definitive winner on this, because this is getting out of hand and it's already being that popularized and such a meme to it. And the fact that the next fight is going to be on December 4th. That's almost to my birthday. Really? You're going to do this? Okay, all I will say is yeet. Now, I will say, to be fair about that fight, yes, Rick does have all the arsenals and the tech that can obliterate the Doctor, but the Doctor himself has a lot experience when it comes to the Time War, and that he also is a warrior as well, and especially with so much experience in his lifetime than Rick does, and especially that great, it was the deformer, or the deform, that well, it's a gun that can just erase you completely of the existence of time itself, and you just see that as a result of that that Rick came back as a ghost, and Morty doesn't remember who Rick is, nor that means that he doesn't know he doesn't have a grandfather, so that sucks for him. And look, and it was a fair statement that when it comes to physical abilities, neither of them didn't have the edge, except for the fact that when it comes to the arson and the weapons, that Rick does have the upper hand. But the fatal mistake was that the time portal that was on the Doctor's back, it hasn't closed. So that was the quick thinking, and that basically turned the fight around. And well, there goes Rick. Rub it up. But not bad. It was a good fight. Good episode, and I cannot wait for the next one. And oh boy, hopefully that we will get that out of the way, so that either Goku or Superman. I mean, this is gonna be nuts. And I'm pretty sure that they are basically gonna give the updates of everything that's happened already. So I guess that the question is that which side are you, either Goku or Superman? So let's hear it. Let's see how this is gonna be. And with that, I'll catch y'all in the next video. So take care, guys, and peace.